All right, it's rumor time, and the rumor I'm talking about today has to do with the Snyder Cut of Justice League, of course. And I believe Film Junkie and Chris Wan have mentioned this. I can't remember exactly what video they talked about this in, but somebody else gave me the links and asked me to talk about this, but they wanted to stay anonymous, which is fine. But let's get into the rumor. All right, this is some pretty significant news if it's true. So, take a grain of salt, suspend all disbelief you might have, and get ready to digest this rumor. Now, I mean, it's coming from what seems like a pretty credible source. And this rumor's already, I think, about a week old, but apparently, Heroic Gateway, super DC fans that were actually involved in making the Ultimate Snyder Cut fan edit that was actually one of the fan edits that was sent to Zack Snyder through Vero. Apparently, these guys got a secret screening of the actual Justice League director's cut, Zack Snyder's director's cut. And they posted about it. And their specific post about this says, "A very memorable night for us. We can't tell anyone right now." And then it hashtags Justice League The Ultimate Fan Cut and the collaborators that worked on that. But people are thinking that they're talking about something else other than the fan cut. Because first of all, the picture that's in this photo is a new picture I've never seen before. It might be in some art book, but I don't know. I've never seen this image of Flash before from this angle. And then they made another post with a picture of the Justice League with Zack Snyder in the middle, and it says "Release the Snyder Cut." And then they write, "Don't tell me it doesn't exist. I know 100% it does, and I do believe everyone deserves to see it as I did. Release the Snyder Cut." For Snyder Cut, all the hashtags and stuff. So he's saying in this one they've seen it, and then when you go back to that first post, "A very memorable night for us," that's what they could be talking about. They saw the actual Snyder Cut. The people that worked on this fan edit, that sent it to Zack Snyder and Vero, got invited to see the Snyder Cut in a secret screening, and they're not allowed to talk about it, probably because they signed an NDA where they're not allowed to talk about it, right? So right there, my conspiracy side is just going crazy because I'm like, well, how do we verify this? How are these people reliable? Like, I'm going crazy asking like 20,000 questions. So I do a little research on what other stuff they've talked about, this Heroic Gateway people, this crew, what they've been talking about. And funny enough, when I looked into it, this crew at Heroic Gateway are actually the ones that leaked out the Alfred deleted scene where he's talking to the Justice League as they enter the cave for the first time. You remember that little deleted scene that got leaked out? These guys were the ones that leaked it out first. That's insane, because, who gave them that information? They have to know somebody at Warner Brothers or someone that's close to Zack Snyder is giving them this information. How'd they get their hands on that leak, We all don't know. So I'm thinking they have some kind of source inside WB. And if they do, then that would give credence to the actual rumor that's happening right now that they saw the Snyder Cut, right? It gives them credibility a little bit. It makes it believable, because they could already know somebody that works at Warner Brothers that was already leaking them stuff. And then Zack Snyder sees that they made a fan cut, and maybe Zack Snyder liked it. And he's like, I want these guys to see it in a secret screening. And now you have a mega DC fan page that has seen the Snyder Cut, and they're spreading the word slowly, So it's like starting at a real grassroots level with the fans and stuff. And it's probably going to build their channel, too. I mean, if this turns out to be true, they're going to get a lot of traction. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it really turns out to be the Snyder Cut is real, a lot of people are going to flock to their channel and what they had to say, because they've been right a few times and they've leaked out important stuff in the past. And Heroic Gateway was messaging a fan, and the fan asked them, when will it be announced? And Heroic Gateway responds, waiting for Justice League digital DVD Blu-ray sales to die down. Which is like something we've already been suspecting, that the reason they're not even announcing any kind of Snyder Cut is because they already are trying to sell the theatrical cut, and they're trying to get as much money out of it as possible. And I mean, sales are pretty good still, but by Comic-Con, by July, they should be starting to go down. They should be starting to dip down, and that would be a perfect time to make an announcement of Justice League. It might be even a perfect time to screen it. Like, can you imagine if they screened Justice League in front of that San Diego Comic-Con crowd, That would be insanity. That would be the craziest way to release a new edition of a movie in front of the base demographic of fans that are hardcore for comic books at San Diego Comic-Con. And then they lose their shit, and the word of mouth spreads from there, and it just builds the hype for the Blu-ray release in December around Christmas time. I think that's a possibility. And if this heroic gateway crew has actually seen the Snyder Cut, and it is real, then that's what they could be waiting for. Now, of course, there's always a possibility that they're just making this up to get people to click on their channels and follow them on their social medias. That could be true. I'm not going to discredit that. But the fact that they've leaked stuff in the past almost makes me believe that they have some kind of source at WB that is giving them this information and is giving them access like this. So, if all that's the case, then the Snyder Cut is real, it is happening, and they're just waiting to announce it. And they're going to announce it when people stop buying the theatrical cut of Justice League, right? Once the sales die down for that, I think the chances of us getting some kind of announcement or WB talking about the Snyder Cut at all, like they haven't talked about it at all, not once. So I think they're waiting anyway for the sales to die down, for people to stop buying the Blu-ray before they even think about talking about this, right? Because if WB said we're working on the Snyder Cut of Justice League, nobody would go buy the actual theatrical cut. We would all just wait for the director's cut. So, that's a really good reason why they haven't said anything, right? But who knows? I'm inclined to believe it because I want to believe it first. But also, they've leaked shit before, and it's just like, how'd they get that? And this would be a huge shitstorm for them if they were just lying about this, This heroic gateway crew was just lying that they saw the Snyder Cut. This would be a huge shitstorm for them, and their whole channel and social media would die. They're saying it's 100% real that they've seen it. You kind of don't come back from that. People are going to hold you to that for a long time. So either they're right or their social media and everything they've built up to this point is going to die because they lied or something. So, that's why I want to believe it. But anyway, what do you guys think about the rumor? You think it's true? You think it's not true? Do you follow Heroic Gateway? Do you know these guys good? Have they gotten a lot of shit wrong in the past? I'm sure they have, but if you know anything more, feel free to comment below. Discuss. Get your minds racing. Because, every week it seems like there's a new rumor about the cut, about it existing, rather than it not existing. Like, the people that say it doesn't exist are like few and few people, like it's just less and less people that think that. And every once in a while you'll see some asshole say, oh, it doesn't exist at all, that there's no chance. And then you'll get a rumor the next week that, oh, an actor from Justice League has seen the Snyder Cut. Or like people have got secret screenings to Justice League, the director's cut. So, it's just a huge wall of confusion right now. Nobody knows. But I guess we'll know something at Comic-Con. If they don't announce it at Comic-Con, I still wouldn't give up hope on it either way, because they could just announce this thing tomorrow and it would sell like crazy. So it doesn't really matter when they announce it. It's going to be big news, and a lot of people are going to buy it when it comes out, for sure. So anyway, that's it for now. Comment below, let me know what you think, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.